Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. So today I'm back at Wandahome at Nottingley and I'm going to be filming a review of this. It's just you and me today, so I'm going to do my best with my DJI. So what is this? Well, it's the Coachman Xcel 875 from the Laser range. This is pretty much top of the range apart from the Luso. And to be honest, this is a beautiful caravan and I'm genuinely excited to get in here, have a look and show you the features. So what do we need to know about it? Well, first of all, let's spin ourselves around and go and have a look. So stand by. So here we go. So as I say, this is the Laser Xcel 875. It's an 8-foot wide caravan, and in terms of size, it's 7 meters and 89 centimeters long. That translates to 25 feet and 11 inches. One thing you're going to notice about Coachmans is they're extremely well made, and that plays out in terms of how much these caravans do weigh. So what does this 875 weigh? It's got an MTPLM of 1,885 kilos. It's going to give you a payload of 160 kilos. So that's not a bad payload for a twin axle 4-berth, although you can upplate this to 2,000 kilos and that'll give you a massive payload of 275 kilos. So if your car will take 2,000 kilos, I'd be looking at an upplate on this for that extra payload. Nose weight, we're going to be at 100 kilos on that nose. Right, let's carry on having a look around. So, as I say, it's an 8-foot wide caravan. So what does that mean? Well, as we can see at the front, we've got this really good sized frontage, 3 windows and that big Coachman sunroof up there. Up on the roof, we're going to have a 100-watt solar panel and an aerial as well. On the Coachmans, we get 2 front lockers. We can see we've got one at this side and one at the other side. You've got room in there for your gas, not a great deal else. It is on the Alco chassis, and here we can see we've got the ATC as well. We'll come down the near side. So the Coachman Laser 875, we've got the silver sides. Now the price-wise for, at the moment, I'll give you the 2023 estimated prices. This is a guesstimate at this time, and that's £46,000. But we are getting the beautiful silver sides as we can see them here, and the decals, they're a green colour there that we can see. On the near side, the front, we're going to get our gas barbecue point. That's that one there, which is Whale. And we've also got a 230-volt socket as well. So if you're wanting to plug anything in outside, such as a cooking device or a television, you can do that. And then we've got a locker box. Now down here, we can see here these huge, great big feet. Now, this is the E&P hydraulic self-leveling system. Now, that's a really good system, and I have spoken about that before on other caravans. E&P hydraulic self-leveling, basically what you do with that when you arrive on site, you press the button and this caravan will level itself. You don't have to get your ramps out, there's none of that. It will do all the work for you. If you were to buy that system individually, it's £3,500 currently, so that gives you an idea of where some of the cost for this 875 is. Another benefit is it's also good in terms of security, because once those feet are down, to try and retract them manually is very difficult. It can be done for in case there's an electrical failure, but it's not easy. So safety wise, once those are down, it'd be very difficult to hitch up and steal your caravan. It's also great for putting on the Alco wheel locks on the twin axle. I'll just show you down here. So with it being twin axle, this caravan does come with 2 Alco wheel locks. You can see this yellow here. Now that's the Alco receiver there, and there's 2 of those. Now to get those to line up is, anyone will tell you that's got a twin axle, is really quite tricky. However, with the EP self-leveling, you can raise the caravan high enough so you can actually move the wheel around and align that to put those wheel locks on, so it makes that a lot simpler as well. So that's the benefit of the system, and to be honest, it was something I was actually considering having putting on our caravan, so it is an excellent system. Right, let's carry on round and finish off what we were looking at. So we've got the side of the Laser. Obviously, the door here on the near side. We have got an awning light above the door. The door's a one-piece door, but it's quite a wide entrance into the caravan. I don't know if you can see that there. We do get a bin in the door, and there is a blind as well, which we can just see here. It is a one-piece door though, it's not a stable door. On the near side, we can see our Dometic fridge and freezer vents here. So that's telling us we're going to find a tower fridge freezer. We then have a locker access here on the near side. That's going to get us under the island bed, which we'll see when we go inside. I really like the layout on this 875, so I'm looking forward to showing you that. And then the back end, it's a white one-piece back end. We've got the white grab handles, our lights. There is a high-level brake light up there. So the back end, pretty non-exciting to be honest, but it's more the wow factor on these sides. So let's go down the off side. So the off side of the Laser 875, here we can see we've got our toilet flush. So it is an external flush filler here, so it's not running off the onboard water, and we've got the toilet cassette box there. Then we've got the bathroom window, we've got a window looking into the bedroom, and then as we come down, we've got the kitchen window, we've got the battery box there, we can see our electric hookup there if you can see that. And then here, this is where we're going to have our water points, the whale water points, and I believe this one here is actually a cold water external shower. The other one's obviously where you're going to connect your water supply for the caravan, and then we've got the vent for the Alder just there on the caravan. So that's the exterior. As I say, we're getting the EP hydraulic self-leveling, 100-watt solar panel on the roof, an aerial, and we're getting 2 Alco wheel locks as well. I mean, they themselves are, they used to be about £180. I don't know how much they are now, but they are included. So that's the exterior, 8 feet wide, twin axle, great payload, especially if you're going to upplate. Let's go inside and have a look. Okay, so in we go. Obviously we'll start in the lounge. The first thing you probably notice, which I notice, is this absolutely has got a wow factor about it. But don't get me wrong, I mean this is you know, £46,000, so I think we're all wanting a bit of wow, to be absolutely honest. But yeah, you are going to get it. Coachman really deliver. For me personally, I find the build quality is always very good, and the finishes are beautiful. Right, less waffling, let's have a look round, shall we? Okay, so here's our lounge area. Now, it is absolutely beautiful, I must say. I'm really taken with this, and this is probably one of my favourite layouts in terms of caravan layouts. So what do we get? Because it's 8 feet wide, we can see we've got really good size front lounge here. The wood finish is very nice. Although it's quite a dark wood, it doesn't feel dark. The lighting's obviously all on in here, but we are indoors, so that's impressive. I love this huge sunroof above here. We can just see that there. It does have a blind as well, so if it is a warm day, we can see we've got this that pulls down there. So that's absolutely beautiful, and it sweeps down into the 3 windows at the front there. Each side we can see we've got some Pioneer speakers, and we do have some small LED lights underneath as well, and that's on both sides. There is a radio, it does come with it. As you can see, it's not fitted there today, but that does come with it. And above we've got a sunroof up here as well. Headroom, it's 6 feet and 5 inches, so that's a really generous headroom. So even if you're tall, you're not going to have any problems. The only thing I've noticed in here is it's a 4-berth. I think this is probably more likely going to be a couple's caravan. But the sofa seats, these are, I think these are about 5 feet long. I'll just show you on this side. So they're about 5 feet long. They're not massive, although they've got a nice depth to them here, and they are well bolstered, and I do like the little rests there. There's not a lot of room for laying out here, and that's the only thing that I've sort of noticed on this lounge area. Now this will convert into beds. You can either use these as single beds, they're going to be 5 feet long as I said, and I think it's 2'4", or you can convert this into one big double bed. It's massive, it's 7 feet 2 across, and it's 4'7" wide. So that is a really good size double bed if you're going to use that as part of your sleeping area. Storage, not bad to be honest, plenty of it. We've got nice, pretty solid cupboards here. Nice shelving areas, so good storage. And I'll just turn us round into this one. This is where we're going to find our aerial coming in, but another good storage cupboard. And then there's the smaller lockers as well on each side next to those. So that's a little bit of the lounge area storage. It's worth noting as well that in the Laser Xcel 875 we've also got an onboard fresh water tank. I believe that's about 35 litres off the top of my head, but that might not be completely correct, but I believe it is about that. So we do have an onboard tank. In terms of the heating, we've got Alder wet central heating, which at this price point you'd expect that. Okay, so that's the lounge area. Nice area indeed. The only thing is a little bit short maybe on the sofas. So let's head into the kitchen. Wow, yeah, I do love the kitchen. I've said that before about Coachmans. On this model, I'll just move this down here so we can see we're getting a flap here, so we've got extra worktop space, although we've already got absolutely loads, and it's a nice finish. I do like this. It's like a quartz worktop finish, and then we have the marble effect splashback as well, which looks lovely. In terms of our plug sockets, we've got two. Obviously here, light switches here, so that's great. And there's loads of room on here for kettles and what have you. I've got a thing about kettles. Let's lift this up. So as we come along, we'll start high up. So we've got this storage area here, this big cupboard, absolutely massive, and the plug socket there for the microwave. The microwaves are Russell Hobbs, as you can see there. It is fairly high. It's quite high up because what they've done is they've also incorporated here an extractor fan, as you can see there. So when you're cooking, that's going to obviously suck out any nasty smells. So the wardrobe, so the microwave is quite high. I'd find that a little bit high, but it's manageable. It's 800 watts. It is above your hob, so that's just something to be mindful of. So that's up above storage, microwave and extractor. We've got a really nice tap. That's a lovely finish. And then this lifts off. It's really heavy, so I'll try and lift it off while holding on to you guys. So as you can see, that gives us our sink there. Good size round sink, but as I say, that incredibly heavy. So if you drop that, you probably know about it. We'll come down now. So we've got our storage under counter, and I really like this. This opens, this feels again really solid, and then this pulls out. I'm really keen on the racks because the good thing is you can pull that right out, and then you're not losing things in the back of your cupboard. So again, 46,000. Yeah, I'm wanting to see something like that, to be honest. It's these sort of finishes that make you actually feel like you're getting something for your money, which I think is very important, even with a Tourer. So we've got a nice drawer there. I presume it might be 3 of them, unless the bottom one's a flap. No, that's really good size as well. So yeah, some nice drawers there. And then we move across and we've got our Thetford gas oven and grill. Under the hob, good features here. We've got the electric plate. So this one's your electric. So if you're on electric hookup, you can use that. And if you prefer gas, we've got 3 gas burners too. And then we've got good size grill here. And then the oven. And then underneath all that, that'll drop down. And there's just a little bit of storage under there. Smash. As you know, I'm not always the daintiest. Just demonstrating that for you there. Okay, so now over on the near side on the 875, we'll start just up here above the door. So let's go have a look over there. So as you step in, this is where we're going to find the control panels. We've got the Alder control there for hot water and heating. and we've got our water and electric and light control there, and that's going to show us as well the water tank level, that onboard water tank, so it'll actually tell you how near you are to being empty. So those are the controls. Obviously there are fly screens and blinds on all the windows and the door. Next to that, as we come in, so this is where we're going to be putting our television. You can probably see there's a little bit of worktop space here to put your television, sockets, we've got the USBs, we've got the aerial there, and I'll just open that, and above we've got some cupboard space there, and then down below we've got a cupboard here. Oh, that's nice. So in here we've got the table here to put in the lounge to eat at, and I'll just pull this out, and another pull out rack there as well. So that's more storage, and again a good quality finish on that. Right, I'll close those up, and then we'll move on to the fridge freezer, because that is important. It's certainly, you know, it's something I talk about a lot, as you'll probably know. On the Coachman, we've got the Dometic tower fridge freezer. We've got that here. As far as I know, this has a capacity of 153 litres. We've got the freezer compartment, first of all, which is a very good size. And it is the double-sided fridge freezer, so you can open them from either sides. It isn't magic, it's just a mechanism. But yeah, so some people really like that. It's a bit gimmicky for me, but each to their own. And then we've got, obviously, this fridge compartment, salad tray there. So that is the kitchen area. So far I must say the kitchen's beautifully finished. This is probably one of the best in the caravan industry, I personally think. Yeah, it's got a luxury feel to it. Right, we'll venture a bit further back now and head towards the bedroom. I must say, as I say, this is my favourite caravan layout. It's what I've had before. It's certainly each to their own, but what I do like about this is it gives that feeling of openness. If I just step all the way back to the front, you can see the lounge is open, the kitchen's open, the bedroom's open. And don't get me wrong, that's not for everybody, but I just prefer it to that centre washroom. So going back, if I just look up, we've got a big skylight up here as well. And as we come in, there is a screen that gives you privacy here, because you're probably wondering what separates the parts. The screen is just here, if you can see that there, and that will come across and it'll connect there. So that will separate your kitchen to your bedroom. Obviously when you're cooking, yes, you are going to get the smells going back there. Right, let's start with this bed. So this is the island bed. It's on the near side wall of the caravan. Obviously the back of the caravan's this way. This to me is probably one of the only things I'm a little bit disappointed with, to be honest, is this bed, and I'll explain why. So it is a retractable, which is a good feature. At the moment it is retracted in day mode, and the benefit you get with that is all this floor space, as you can see here. So if you're wanting to walk around or get dressed, you've got absolutely loads of space. So top marks for that, that's brilliant. The problem comes is if you're a tall person, which I'm not, but if you are, the bed is only 6'2" long. It's 4'6" wide, so that's fine, but it's only 6'2" long. So when you've pulled it out, you're going to be at 6'2", and if you're tall, your feet are going to hang off the edge. So that's just one thing to be aware of if you're considering this caravan. Let's have a look at our storage. So we've got wardrobes at either side. This wardrobe here has the Alder tank in it. It is illuminated and it's got a really good depth, actually. That is a good size wardrobe. I'd be quite happy with that. We then have a nice shelf for cups of tea. We've got a little pull-out drawer and a little bit of storage just under there. That's quite low down, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure how much you would use that. Under here we've got the lighting, speakers. It's got USB ports on both of those. There's one on either side. These open up like this, so yeah, nice amount of storage. I always struggle to reach some of these, and it's the same on this one because I'm only small. But there we go. So we've got some storage in the lockers above, I do like the finish on the headboards. That adds a little bit of something to it. Again, for the money, that's what we want to see. On the other side, so here, there's a mirror here, which you can probably just see there. There's plenty of little lights about, which is good. It makes it a nice light space. That shelf, you might put little bits of toiletries or makeup in there or something. Very shallow. I mean, it's literally probably about 3 or 4 inches in depth, so you're not going to be doing much with that. We do have television point back here in the bedroom. We can see here, and your television will go on there, so good for TV in the bedroom. And we've got a little bit of storage under there. When your Alder heating's on, you've got the vents running along this wall. We've got the window, which has got the blinds, and this little pleatage there just to soften it up. I'll come round here, got the other wardrobe. I won't open all the other lockers, but I'll just open that. Obviously, it gives you an idea there. The sunroof above the bed, which again has got the blind in. So that's the bedroom space. So yeah, again, it's a nice bedroom. The bed could be a bit of a compromise or a bit of a no-no for some people. What we'll do next is we'll head into the bathroom, which is at the rear of the caravan. I always like Coachman bathrooms, so I'm excited to have a look at this one. So come on, let's venture back here. So here we go. This door here, this does slide across, so that completely blocks that off. As we can see, we've got a heated towel rail. That's going to be part of the Alder system. We've got the Thetford swivel toilet. We'll go in. Yeah, it is really nice. I mean, you can see straight away. I've been a bit disappointed recently with bathrooms. I'll just talk to you here. I've been a bit disappointed recently with bathrooms. I found the finish on them, as for the money, has just not really done it at all. This is a step up. I mean, this is very nice. So yeah, top marks. We've got a frosted window. We've got a little bit of storage here above the toilet. Again, only shallow, not deep. Nice feel cupboards. We've got the toilet roll holder just here. Fruit bowl sink. The only problem with the fruit bowl sinks is, I mean, here we haven't got much intrusion, but you can end up with a bit of water splashed about, and the tap can sometimes get in the way. And that's actually talking from personal experience of having a fruit bowl sink. There's a toothbrush holder, which is nice. And we've got some storage under here. That's a good little storage cupboard. It's not got a shelf in it, so anything you put in there, if you then set off towing, it is going to fly everywhere, so be mindful of that. Good size mirror, I do like that, and I love the splashback. That's so nice. That's really nice. And then on this wall, we've got towel hooks. We've got a little hecky up here for fresh air. And then we've got the shower. Now, this is a good size cubicle. What I will say straight away I've noticed is down here, there's quite a step into it, as we can see. I'll just open the door. So the door's going to contact on there, but there is plenty of room to step in. So if you have mobility problems, there is a little bit of a step into this shower here, so that's something to note. But otherwise, it's a lined one-piece white shower cubicle. Good size. I'll just dive in it myself. So there we go. Right, I've dived in. Yeah, really good headroom. Nothing's really lost in terms of headroom. So tall people, not a problem. Lots of space around. There's a nice shelf here for your shower gels. Yeah, really good. That'll go up to a good height. There's no intrusion, obviously, from any wheels, because the bathroom's at the back. So there's no wheel arch intrusion. Really good shower cubicle. I'll just close that up. God, smack. So yeah, nice bathroom, really nice. I'll just let you have a quick look at that again. Nicely finished. Yeah, really nice. And as we come back out, the bedroom, only compromise here is this bed's length. But then going back into it, you can just see it's just so beautifully finished. It really is. The wood's lovely. The furnishings are really nice as well. And the only thing, the bit of a compromise here is these are quite short for such a big van. The lounge sofas are quite short. So there we go. That is the Coachman Xcel Laser 875 8-foot wide caravan. 2023 prices probably around 46,000, but I will say the build to me, on just looking round, is excellent. It feels solid. It's really well finished. It feels like quality, I must say. I'm impressed. You get the EMP self-leveling, which is a system I personally think is excellent, especially for this size van and this amount of money. You've got your solar, you've got your Alder wet central heating, we've got an onboard tank. The Dometic fridge freezer, that's okay for me. I personally really like the Thetford, as I often do say, but 153 litre, not bad at all. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, and outside as well, let's just trot back out. We've got these really nice silver sides that I'm just so into. It does come with an alarm, and it does come with the Alco wheel locks down there, as I said as well. So you are getting a lot of caravan for your money, really. It's got the ATC, so it's got the whole package. What would I like to see on it for this sort of money? Underfloor heating. That'd probably be the only thing, really. But otherwise, it is right up there. So I've enjoyed having a look around this one, and hopefully that's been helpful for you. I'd like to say obviously thank you to Wandahome at Nottingley, who've allowed me to come and film a review of this today. That's very good of them. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed watching, and thank you very much for joining me. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.